Okay. Kubo, you mad man. This episode, or this finale, these 2 episodes, it showcased how much he genuinely wanted to show how badass and how broken or OP Zero Squad is. And my gosh, and the love that he gave Senjumaru in both of these episodes, like obviously Ichibei obviously was going to somewhat steal the show, but to give Senjumaru all of that, bro, to showcase her badassness, bro, I love it. Man, oh man, I love it. I love it so much. Hey, what is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another video for you guys today for the finale afterthoughts of Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War Part 2. And I just gotta say, Kubo with the Zero Squad fight, you blew it out of the park. Not only to showcase, like, all of them, but like just you really just added so much richness to the fight that I know that you had time constraints during writing it in the manga. Like, we all noticed it, and we all knew that you were gonna pull up and show us what a Zero Squad, like what Oetsu said, what a Zero Squad fight battle would be like. And just like, I believe I keep forgetting her name, the pink-haired girl, or the pinkish purple-haired girl from Zero Squad, like what she said in this episode is like, now this is a Zero Squad battle. And oh my gosh, it was so good. And first of all, we got to see in the beginning of episode 25, we got to see Kisuke and all of them, or Kisuke riding up a platform and whatnot, and seeing Yoruichi's little brother. Like, bro, Yoruichi's little brother showing up, which was really fucking cool. And seeing and actually like hearing his voice after like reading the manga all those years ago, like hearing his voice is like really cool. And he loves his big sister so much, and it's really cute and everything. And that was amazing. And then, you know, Hiyori coming, I believe her name's Hiyori, right? Yeah, her coming with like Lisa and Love and them, and her being like annoyed by Kisuke, saying like, why didn't you just like wait for us and stuff, and things like that, and her saying that shit to him, being it like, you didn't want to wait for all of us. And he's like, no, time is of the essence and everything. And her saying that like, don't tell me that you just took Ichigo and Yoruichi up there just to stall time, even if they die and everything. I'm like, yo, Kisuke, when it's all said and done, he would never do that to not only Ichigo, but he clearly would never do that to Yoruichi. But that was cool to see that. And then we got to see, bro, first of all, let's go. I'm gonna drive, actually, because I gotta go to work. But I'm just gonna go down the line of just the Zero Squad characters and what they did in these episodes and everything. So here we go. Okay, so first off, Kirinji, bro. They switched up Kirinji, or Kubo switched him up in the anime than what he was in the manga. You really showcasing how, like, just not how crazy, but like crazy cool he is with his what I think his Zanbakuto is called Kinpika or something like that, and it shining so brightly, him going in on not just Haschwald, but also like Askin when he gets his buff and his level up to use his Volstandig and everything, and him like being like, it's a terrible matchup for me, like Kirinji, because obviously Kirinji has that red blood spring, like hot spring like water that he also uses, like where he saves Oetsu in this moment that completely replaces his blood when Askin talks about like his abilities and shit, which his abilities are fucking terrifying. He can give somebody the lethal dose of something that he fully takes in, like his blood. Like he took in Oetsu's like blood or whatever, or he took in blood, so then he can fuck with Oetsu's the blood count and shit to where it's a lethal dose to where he is going to die. But then you got Kirinji coming in with his hot spring and completely changing up his blood, so it don't even matter about his death dealing ability and shit, which I loved it. I loved it so much seeing that shit, man. Bruh, and then, like, Kirinji being able to easily, like, keep up with Askin like he's literally nothing was just the coolest thing to watch in general. Like, you know he's an absolute demon in terms, like, of a flash step and everything. You know, when he fights, like, you know, what happened with Soifone in the first, or Soifang in, like, in part 1, when you see that shit, like, she is literally a flash step master and is part of the stealth force, and she didn't even realize that he went behind her. So it's like, to see Kirinji be so badass, so unbelievably badass in this episode, was just, like, seeing that, not only obviously asking, but then, like, fighting Haschwald and, like, throwing his balance shield, like, away from Haschwald was just so cool. And, like, that shit was awesome, right? So you got Kirinji being a badass, fighting Haschwald, and then fighting Askin and stuff, which was awesome, was really to see Uryu and Haschwald, like, actually, like, you know, going in. Because in the manga, obviously, I mean, if you've read the manga, both of them, you don't see them do anything in the manga. You know, like, when that happened, when it was like a 6v4 against, like, the Zero Squad 4, you know, and then the Royal Guard of Yoak, like, fighting him, including Haschwald and Uryu, but we didn't see anything with Uryu and Haschwald. So seeing them fight, and seeing the characters that they fight, bro, that shit was nuts. And then, so that was really cool. Obviously, Kirinji was awesome and everything. So then, the girl with the pink hair, the pinkish purple hair, who makes the food and everything, who's like really heavy set, was fighting Pernita, which was really cool to see. Very interesting to see, because, like, you know, her, the life cage that she made started, like, crumbling a little bit. So then she reinforced it, which was really awesome. And I'm pretty sure that was part of Pernita's ability, was, you know, if later on you'll understand who the hell Pernita is, and you'll understand why that, like, you know, Pernita's fucking terrifying to fight at all. So, like, her fight was really awesome. And then we go to Oetsu, which what happened in, I believe it was episode 25, because, you know, both of these episodes were both shown together and everything. So I'm like a little bit blurry of, like, which episode had which things and stuff. So I'm just gonna be, like, talking around and stuff. Like, seeing like Oetsu and him being shot and everything after, like, you know, the Ashvalin happened, which, like, you know, like, Lily Taro and fucking, like, Giselle, which I hate. I still genuinely hate how Giselle, like, how he still survives. Like, I genuinely hate it. And the whole conversation, or not conversation, or just what was going on with Bambi in the episode was so fucking, like, it's so disgusting. But I understand, kind of, like, I genuinely wish that Giselle died, but I kind of understand what Kubo is trying to do, in that, like, the character is meant to be, like, you know, pretty much like a cockroach. Like, no matter how much you squish that cockroach, it very well could obviously still come back to life and shit. Like they are hard as hell to kill, and on top of Giselle's, like, haircut looking like a literal cockroach, like the literal antennas and the way it looks is supposed to represent a little cockroach and everything. But, like, yo, just set her on fire, or set him on fire, and then he's dead, you know. But also, what's hilarious to me about the situation with, you know, the Ashval and then all of those Quincy's in general, like even the Soldat, like the foot soldiers, but also a lot of the Sternritter, not only the foot soldiers, but like the Sterner themselves, like being taken out by the Ashfallen and stuff. And then Lily Tato, I believe that's her name, with the yellow hair and everything. Her being upset, like, we gotta regroup and we gotta come back together, you guys are okay and shit like that. Like, her saving Giselle and shit. I'm like, this is the thing that I hated about Can't Fear Your Own World, the light novels, is how they completely flip a 180 on how the fucking Quincy's are. In this whole fucking arc, they were pretty much pieces of shit to each other, didn't even give a fuck about each other or anything. And yet, which like, during the war, which is literally the time that you should care about people and whatnot, or care about your comrades and shit, but they didn't. And then, all of a sudden, at the end of it all, they care about each other and shit, and want to protect each other. The shit is so stupid. I'm like, you care about each other when you're fucking with each other, not when, like, some of you are dying. This shit just sounded stupid with the Quincy's, man. They got more ridiculous and stupid to me as the war went on. Like, genuinely, honestly. I'm starting to realize, or remember this, when I was reading the manga, of how stupid the majority of these Quincy are in general. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, seeing that, and then seeing Lily Tato, and then seeing, like, Basby, all of them, all their energy and power being taken away from them. Like, for me, it's like, from an outside perspective, a lot of these Sternritter look like literal morons. Like, that's what they, like, you guys are so fucking stupid, but obviously, you know, Yuak took advantage of them and their worries and problems in their life and shit, and, like, took advantage of them and stuff. But, like, from an outsider perspective, I'm over here like, you guys are so stupid. Like, but again, you know, it's not on them. It's just on, like, their circumstances that got them to that got them in general, like, to side with him, and then he took advantage, just killed them all off when he was giving back power and resurrecting his royal guards to fight. And even when he did that, you know, nothing really, like, you know, happened, right? You know, but, like, Oetsu being shot and stuff, which was really, like, here's the thing, in the manga, he got shot, but here's the thing, that exact same way he got shot in this episode, he got shot in the manga. But that was, like, the end of Oetsu in the manga. But it showcased them, like, him surviving that, and then, like, Senjumaru, this is fucking awesome, because they're all connected with each other, you know, their bones and flesh and everything are connected with each other, and with the Soul King and whatnot. Like, Senjumaru is very easily able to, like, get to help revive, not exactly revive, but, like, reattach or like regenerate Oetsu and his injuries. And seeing that in this episode, bro, was absolutely nuts. That was absolutely amazing to watch, bro. Like, that was, yeah, when Senjumaru took him and regenerated, like, his parts that got shot and everything, and then, like, the continued fight, like, between them and everything. Like, bro, that shit was, like, man, it was so good. And then Oetsu, like, still fighting and everything, that was just, it was just the coolest thing to watch, man. Like, for real. Like, Oetsu still fighting, like, fought Askin for a little bit, and then started fighting Lily Barrow and everything, and, like, him, like, really putting up that good-ass fight with Lily Barrow, and when Lily Barrow talked about his ability and stuff, it's just that, like, his bullets go through literally anything in between his gun and, like, his target. It goes through anything, bro. Seeing that was just so awesome, bro. It was so good to see, man. I'm just gonna go straight. But, no, I was looking at something. But, like, Oetsu this episode was fire. Kirinji was absolutely fire. You see the lady with the pinkish purple hair, which was absolutely fire. Now we get to my baby girl Senjumaru, bro. The amount of like anime only stuff that he put for Senjumaru really showcased how much Kubo wanted to showcase Senjumaru and her abilities and how badass she is and how much that they can't handle her, man. Like, I love it. I love it so fucking much, dude. I genuinely think that he wanted to showcase how badass that, like, she is. Like how I think that she is one of, out of the Zero Squad, because I'm not technically gonna count Ichibe. I'm not really gonna count him, but it really showcased really how that she is one of, if not the strongest Zero Squad member. Like I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna take that with me, like to the grave when it comes to this, because he really gave Senjumaru so much of the spotlight, bro. Like, it was absolutely beautiful to see, man. Like, even just the fighting, which something that I loved, was the fighting with Uryu. Like, I didn't expect her to fight Uryu, bro. I didn't expect that. And her fighting him and her weaving that parasol like it was nothing when Uryu shot his Lichtragen, bro. And it didn't absorb like Uryu's Reishi, but it stopped it. And then it ricocheted like tenfold towards Uryu, bro. Like, that was just, bro, it was amazing. I don't know. Like, it was so good. That moment with her, like, fight. I still can't get it out of my head that she was fighting Uryu. She was fighting Uryu, and then she started fighting. What's his name? Started fighting. Gerard. Like, started fighting him, pinned him down, and it was like one-on-ones with, like, you know, Askin versus Kirinji, and then Oetsu fighting Lilibaro, and then Senjumaru fighting Gerard and everything. Like, the one-on-ones and stuff, like, it was absolutely stunning and absolutely amazing. Like, I loved everything about it, man. Like, and then her Bankai, bro, I don't even know if that's in the Bleach Brave Souls game and stuff, because they put a lot of, like, you know, Bankais that were never shown in the Bleach Brave Souls game, but, like, I don't know if it's in there. I don't even think it's in there. I never even played the game and stuff. That was amazing. Her Bankai is a ceiling type of Bankai and shit, and, like, she took all of them out, and the way that it's done, that, like, the Zero Squad weren't even fighting, like, seriously, because of, if they did, heaven and earth would be shaking and shit, and then, like, really showcasing that, like, no, the Squad Zero is something not to mess with, something that that Kubo genuinely needed to show in the manga but couldn't, and he's showcasing it in the anime. And seeing that shit, like, just to see, like their blood pact, like, contract that they have with each other, that they can't, in general, they can't, they had to have a blood pact, oath, like, contract with each other that, like, connects all of them and stuff. And that's, and just seeing the way that it was done, where, like, they all decide to, like, they all pretty much killed each other off, so that Senjumaru, because the blood pact is broken because they died and stuff, their actual power gets released. And then you get, like, a glimpse of, like, Ishin and Ryu, like Ichigo's dad and Uryu's dad, in the world of the living, and it's like a mini earthquake in the world of the living, and everywhere else, bro, like, the whole thing of that blood contract, oath contract with each other is so fucking cool. And Senjumaru just took all of them out and absorbed them into her fabrics, and the way that it's done is so cool, man. It's so good. And I'm not even done with this, like, this type of review and everything, right? Because, you know, we got Kirinji, we got Senjumaru, we got Oetsu, we got the pinkish purple haired like lady who makes the food and shit like that. Amazing stuff. We didn't even get to Ichibe yet. That fight, absolutely fire. When he hits Yuak 1,000 leagues away with that palm and then does it again down, he flies down, and then, like, you know, he took away Yuak's voice so he couldn't say anything. Bro, Ichibe's ability, bro, paint it black. Ichimonji, when he said it, and then when it's used, and then you got what is it, Treachery, the remix of Treachery when they're all fighting each other and stuff. The music choices, absolutely nuts. And then you got on the precipice of defeat, another remix and stuff. The remixes, bro. Shiro Sagisu, you are the GOAT. You are a masterful, like, king of orchestra, like music. You are the king. You are a master of this masterful masterpiece of music, and absolutely amazing, phenomenal. Ichibe's fight with Yuak was straight fire. I loved every single thing about it. Like, it was, I just, him fighting him, then him talking to Yuak, and, like, him talking about, like, everything black is under my domain and everything, and he can change names, and like, just, man, seeing this stuff animated, amazing. It's just phenomenal. And then obviously, you know, seeing, like, Yuak, like, using his ability, like, he stabs his own throat and gives himself voice again and shoots himself up with his own abilities into the air. Oh, Yuak is crazy, man. And then him using that, like, blood vein shield thing to fight against Ichibe, and Ichibe using a secret Hado technique. Just all of it, man. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, and I didn't even touch upon the phenomenal visuals of, like, you know, the Ashvalan that Yuak uses, and it's like raining down, like, blue, beautiful blue looking reishi and everything. And then you got, like, what happened with Lily Tato and Giselle, and that, like, the rain was just black and the environment was just red and everything. And then at the end you got Shunsui seemingly headed somewhere. Nanao and Okikibe being like, you mind if I leave the barracks? I have to go. I would like to go somewhere. And he's like, I'm gonna go drink some tea with, like, Ukitake at the end, bro. Ukitake at the end, and then his shadow. Bro, y'all ain't fucking ready for that shit with Ukitake, bro. Oh my gosh. It is, oh man. Let's just say you will understand completely as to why Ukitake is consistently always sick. Like, always sick. There is a very clear reason why he is like that, and you're gonna see that shit. And I am ready to see that shit. It's going to be phenomenal, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm so hyped for it, man. I'm way too fucking gassed for it. It's so fucking good. I'm so ready for it. But, like, yo, Shunsui, where's he going? Who's he gonna have some tea with right now? That next episode, part 3, when it starts, oh, y'all ain't ready for it, man. But this was a beautiful, beautiful ending to part 2. Like, and then one of my favorite parts was when like, first of all, like, you know, Yuak, when he took everybody, used the Ashvalan and took everybody's, like, ability and stuff. Like, seriously, he is an evil Jesus. That's literally what he's showcasing to be, what Kubo showcases, that, like, he is the evil version of Jesus, and Yuak saying that like everything in this world is mine for the taking and I will take it. And then he grabs Ichibei and uses blood vein to try to get into like his body and everything. And then all Ichibei does is flex and pops Yuak's blood vessels in his head. Bro, just from flexing, he stopped his blood vein and fucked up his blood vessels in his head, and they popped and shit. Like, oh my gosh. And he's like, first off, you speak my name casually. Secondly, you try to even take the powers and abilities of a Zero Squad member and everything. Like, seeing that was nuts. Absolutely beautifully done. I like, oh my gosh. And then when his eyes turn white, when Ichibei has eyes turn white, and then like he uses Ichimonji to uses like all the ink to get everywhere, and then like Yuak doesn't know if he's seeing a blade or a brush and everything, of Ichibei's Ichimonji. When he says paint it black, Ichimonji was absolutely amazing. Like it's so good. I loved every single thing about it. It was amazing. Oh man, and then when he uses like, you know, his the second leveled Ichimonji, which when he said that like, oh, like in these modern days, in these modern times and whatnot, you would technically call it a Bankai, and that his Zanpakuto was the very first evolved Zanpakuto, which is like your second level evolution of Zanpakuto and everything. And seeing him completely paint Yuak, and then using his, you know, his Bankai technically, and writing small, like, I think it was small ant or something, tiny ant or something, like taking away his name. Just the episode where he's taking away the names of these things that Yuak, he's like, he knows the name, but he can't say it. He's not saying it and stuff. And then like he replaces Yuak's name with small ant, and then just boom, kicks him down. He goes flying downwards, and then like smashes him with his two hands and shit. Like, just that ability is so fucking cool to watch. Like, all of it, it was just, oh my gosh, it was nuts. And I did not expect the finale to be a Squad Zero complete victory. I didn't expect that, like, at all. I expected at the end Yuak fully awakens. And like, you know, his royal guards, when they went Volstanding and everything, and they got their abilities and stuff, that, you know, in the manga, that's when, like, you know, Zero Squad got beaten and everything. But this episode, Kubo really extended so many things. It added so many things, like the Blood Oath contract and things, you know, Senjumaru's Bankai, you know, Hashvald and Uryu fighting in the fight, the 4v6 like fight, and then like seeing Senjumaru's ability fighting Uryu, and Uryu actually fighting her and stuff, and like seeing that, like, really, again, really showcased Kubo really wanted to add so much stuff in the manga, and seeing it animated was beautiful. Everybody's fight was amazing. The entirety of the fight and everything was amazing. Ichibei's fight with Yuak was amazing and everything. I thought that the ending of this episode, because I read the manga, I thought that the ending of this episode was everybody, when they go Volstanding, they beat Squad Zero and stuff, but that's not the case. Even when they went Volstanding, and like, you know, Yuak was able to use the Hashfallen to give them power and everything, which Lilybaro just sounded stupid. He's like, no, this isn't like a power buff and stuff. This is just like the abilities that I wasn't able to use before. But like, that's what literally a power-up is, a buff is. You got a literal power-up by like dozens upon dozens, maybe hundreds of your fellow Quincy's being killed and taken by Yuak, so you can get revived, so you can come alive again. So it's kind of nuts. Like, it is a buff. I don't know what you're talking about, Lilybaro. And even then, you didn't even take out Oetsu or any of them. And the ending, again, because I read the manga, that I thought it was gonna end like that, where they got the ball standing, and Zero Squad gets clapped, Yuak awakens, and that was the end of the episode. But it wasn't. It ended with a Squad Zero complete victory. And next episode, obviously in part 3, shit's gonna go down where like a lot of shit goes wrong, and that's not exactly the case. But like for now, complete Squad Zero victory, and I loved it. It showcases really what Squad Zero is. Like that blood contract oath that they all have with each other and everything was just absolutely nuts. I don't know if that was shown in Can't For Your Own World, which is the light novels. I don't know. I don't know where it would have been shown, but that's completely new to me. That the fact that they had to put together themselves a blood pact contract with each other. The four Zero Squad members, excluding Ichibei, because to seal their own abilities, because if they all used them at 100-something%, it would shake heaven and earth, bro. And to see that, like showcasing like Ishin and Ryu in the world of the living, with the world shaking. Like just when Senjumaru releases fully her powers, bro, goated. The Zero Squad's goated, bro. Everybody's fucking terrifying. Like, I just love that part so much, bro. And they said that, yo, Senjumaru, you're gonna be the one to fight. You're gonna be the one to fight. And then all of them end up killing themselves, ending like so that the blood pact is broken, so that Senjumaru can fully use her ability, which they could have done that with anybody. Like their sealed abilities, meaning their sealed Zanpakutos, or their sealed Bankais, I mean, because Kirinji still uses. But like, just to see that was so fucking beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. It was all beautifully done. And then Senjumaru with her fabrics and robes and shit. Literally none of them could do literally anything. And they all got sealed in there. I have a feeling that the Royal Guards aren't going to beat Zero Squad, but Yuak is going to beat Senjumaru. Yuak is going to have to be the one to beat Senjumaru, which is fucking insane. I genuinely feel like that's the thing that's going to happen. Instead of like, you know, Zero Squad being taken out by the Royal Guards, but it's going to be Yuak. I'm ready. Absolutely amazing. And then something that was really awesome and surprising was the end of the finale, where it seems Kon appears, and it seems that they're bringing back, at the end of episodes, they're bringing back I believe it's the Shinigami guidebook or Soul Reaver guidebook, which are like, you know, the funny comedy bits at the end of like episodes that they had in the old anime. They're bringing that back. And judging by the ones that were just shown at the end of that episode, where it was like, you know, Ruki and Renji talking about like, you know, what they were dealing with in and like up in the Royal Palace, like training and stuff, how it's comedy and stuff. It seems like which was in it's canon. Like that whole thing, that whole conversation, everything, all of it was canon. That was shown at the end of that episode with Kon and like, you know, the Shinigami Soul Reaper guidebook thing, to put comedy. All of that stuff was in the manga, in canon in the manga. So that actually gives me an idea and actually hope that conversation with Orihime, Ichigo, and Chad and everything, you know, about her outfit and whatnot, that he's actually gonna put pretty much all of like the long or extended comedy in some scenes that were in the manga stuff. He's just gonna have them at the end in those like, you know, quick comedy bits at the end of like the episodes in the next part, in part 3. So I'm pretty certain now that he's actually going to have that whole conversation with Orihime's outfit and Kisuke making it, and, you know, Chad being the wingman that he is, saying like, oh, Ichigo, what do you think about her outfit and stuff, and Ichigo blushing and stuff like that. I'm pretty damn certain now that conversation and whatnot is going to be at the end of that episode, or at the end of an episode in the next part, which I'm very hyped and excited about, because that's like one of my favorite moments and scenes in the 1,000-Year Blood War in general. When it comes to comedy, it is my favorite like comedy bit period. And it really showcased a lot of Ichigo Orihime type of stuff. And I'm very excited and happy about it. So I'm pretty damn certain it's going to be shown. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy and excited. It's not filler. It is actual canon, judging by the stuff that was actually shown at the end of the episode in the finale. So I'm very hyped and excited about that. It was amazing. Amazing. I would say the white haze with Asnaut and Rukia, and then the finale, these 2 final episodes. Those 3 episodes were my absolute favorite episodes, period, of part 2. By far, bar none. Absolutely amazing. And I'm excited for part 3 coming out 2024, baby. I'm pretty sure in the winter. I'm hyped for it. And I'm going to watch a bunch of these videos that I believe, like the promotional video, teaser trailers, later on today or tomorrow or something to watch. But anyways, what did you guys think about the episode, the finale? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about how fire Ichibe and Squad Zero were shown, that they weren't exactly shown in the manga. Leave down in the comments. Like the video if you like this, my afterthoughts and stuff, or just the finale in general, or part 2 in general. Did you love it as much as I did? And subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, the discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay safe, but most important, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I'll see y'all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. Plus ultra latum ban Kai. We're ready for part 3 already, but I can wait, because it's got to be peak. And judging by parts of the promotional video that I saw a little glimpse, I'm like, the animation's gonna be even better. And then the whole fight with, like, you know, Ichibe and Yuak, like, in the sky this episode looked absolutely stunning and beautiful. It was absolutely nice, and I loved everything about it. But anyways, peace out, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. Bon Kai, baby. Bleach greatness, peakness. Let's go.